Puppy, June 23rd, 2021. Under 3 pounds, this new dog to us, a force majeure. Long retired, we now share shifts, allocating kibble and water, also assessing when nature calls. Please not on the hall floor. We are outside, inside, outside, and back in again. Toys and balls and chew-ons strewn all about. Our 14-year-old dog watches like a great aunt, with scarcely veiled disdain. But the little nipper, our new puppy, explores, assesses this all new to him world of smells and sounds. Young and fresh, he brings us new life, now and, we hope, for the years to come. Dog Review of Books, May 5, 2021. Lying as I often do during this COVID lockdown, on the couch, the dog by my side, not far into The Woman in White, the novel, an old edition, retrieved from a bookshelf, my wife's signature prominent on the frontispiece. In the story, the main character, soon to teach drawing at a wealthy estate, encounters by chance on the road a strange woman, attired in white, who coincidentally makes ominous reference to the very same address as his prospective employer. Raising an eyebrow, I rest the book on my leg. The dog carefully presses her nose to its bound, yellowing pages, assessing its merit, the coincidence perhaps evident in the scent of its pages. She repositions her back now to the novel as I decide whether to continue reading. Apology to Wilkie Collins, June 21st, 2021. Having earlier declared The Woman in White as unworthy, the early plot coincidence too much for me, and shamefully asserting my dog's concurrence, I later returned to the novel and discovered it suspenseful, finely crafted, literate, and descriptive of an era. Prepared without benefit of internet searches or word processing, a major work of its time. Mr. Collins, you have my full apology, and my dog concurs. On the dock, August 14, 2021. On the dock where I sit, firm in the Muskoka chair, I hear water lapping against the wooden structure, also the indistinct voices of the adjacent neighbors, readying the jet skis, expensive affairs, powerful and disruptive, in contrast to the still and puffy clouds floating like cotton wool above the hill in the distance. Sunnybrook Park, September 14, 2021. Underappreciated before COVID, now serves us fresh air, social distancing, and more. A path through the Sunnybrook woods, the tall canopy above, the varied ground below, now gravel, now moss-covered, now rock. A meandering route to the edge of the ridge, our two dogs on leash, sniffing and detecting all the way. Past an exotic orange fungus brazenly on the side of a fallen tree. Then a bleached skull, likely that of a squirrel, placed on a tree sapling by persons unknown. Turning back to the center, the broad landscape of multiple cricket fields, green and greener before our eyes. We sit on the grass, gaze up and breathe deeply, the sun on our faces, and hear the sound of the helicopter en route to the hospital rooftop. Checking, November 8, 2021. It's an all-purpose word, this check, good for any number of meanings. Check a coat, then see a Czech hockey player, check another into the boards, but first check the bank balance and write a big check just to attend. Though the check business, having had a checkered past, is now in check due to online payment. Nonetheless, sitting in the gold seats, maybe wearing a check wool suit, not the one worn for a checkup, no, the one with the travel checklist still lingering in the pocket. Wife says to check out the woman 2 rows below, but not too closely. That could be checkmate. Bonded, November 10th, 2021. So how does this work? The gene-specific virus microbots may be targeted at millions because Rami Malek's family was killed. But first, Spectre is wiped out, as the weapon they thought would kill Daniel Craig was turned against them by the sleazy scientist with the bogus Russian accent. Craig takes up the case in Cuba and finds a beautiful woman who inexplicably leaves the movie. Meanwhile, on a secret island factory off Japan, half of Malek's staff appear to be bot catching in the factory pool. The gene pool, I guess. Craig arrives in style, launched from a very large plane, to save Leia and the cute kid, his apparently. They are held hostage by Malek. Craig is targeted by the rest of Malek's staff, who are short on shooting skills, missing again and again and again. He reaches the control room, guided by Q, who these days prepares dinner for a boyfriend. Malek lets Craig's loved ones go, and they escape with the ever-capable black female minted 007. After dispensing with Malek, but not before learning that the virus bot thingy has targeted him and his ersatz family, Craig manages to open the silo hatches to permit the destruction. Finally, the British Navy sends missiles to the Gene Bot Island to blow the bloody thing apart, including Craig, in a kind of double checkmate. But we are informed Bond will return. We will await the how and the who in the next installment. Mental Math, April 16, 2022. In the book by Benjamin and Sharma, you can answer 309 squared in your head as 300 times 318 plus 9 squared. So it's 90,000 plus 5,400 plus 81, making 95,481. But now I have forgotten the original question. Bass player smokes a cigarette, May 27, 2023. On the University Avenue sidewalk, a tall young man maneuvered his single-wheeled bass fiddle case. Stopping at Richmond for the red light, he adjusted the shoulder strap and drew deeply on a calming cigarette before continuing across to the Opera House for the season finale, the demanding Tosca performance. From the balcony, February 16, 2024. The surf, its modulated white noise, soothing to the ear, while faintly in the distance, dozens of birds flock to the shore. then fly off, only to return again. And below, on the paseo, I hear a sneeze, a fulsome achoo, as the aromas of grilled fish and herbs reach my nose. Dinner for 10, February 19, 2024. All Canadians, 10 of us at the Italian restaurant in the heart of Spain's Andalusia. The young waiter asserts he is from Bulgaria and quickly pours 3 bottles of wine. The food orders, with world-class prices, are served, and we politely are underwhelmed. Number 79 bus, February 20th, 2024. From Estepona on the bus, double length and bendable in the middle, we sit at the back, with powerful sound, hum and growl from the engine behind us. And just in front, a young woman, a girl perhaps, with rings on 4 fingers and opposite thumbs, forearm tattoo, nostril loop, and lip studs below, all new age subtle, as she taps out phone messages in blazing speed with her thumbs. Foreign bank machine, February 27, 2024. It all seems normal. Insert card, then PIN, withdrawal amount selected, decline conversion, another transaction, no, receipt, yes, remove card, then nothing. No cash, receipt says cancelled, no explanations. This same machine worked 3 days earlier and will 1 day later. AF 356, March 1st, 2024. The screen shows a view from the tail, the A350 body, serene and otherworldly, slowly at 860 kilometers per hour, moving across the curved and mottled cloudscape below. How can this be? The cheese plate and the Chateau Lagar finished as I await the dessert and VSOP cognac. In the audience, July 15, 2024. A streetcar named Desire, on stage before us, the actors fully engaged in their demanding roles, while in the next row, 2 young women with supplemented pigtails and a fine display of smooth skin remind us of years gone by. View of the sea, February 27, 2024. The sun, the opaque and shredded cloud, and the sea below define shimmering better than the dictionary. All the while the gull soars a helical arc because it can.